Hello again, I'm Milton and welcome to the Little Milto channel. Today we're going to have a look at the DWT285 impact wrench, which spins out in first gear 1600, delivering 1800 impacts per minute. In second speed it spins at 2100 RPM, delivering 2600 impacts a minute. Then in third speed it spins at 2800 RPM, delivering 3500 impacts per minute, delivering a total maximum of 280 Newton meters of max fastening torque. But in reverse it can deliver 400 newtons of burst speed to remove the nuts. And it also has an auto stop feature, so when you're in reverse it will automatically stop once it's released the nut, and that takes 0.2 seconds to achieve this, which I'll show you how all these modes work very shortly. And I actually purchased this thing here because I actually wrote it all down because it's quite a lot going on with this machine. Bought this on the 5th of May 2018 and I actually paid $155.99 for it. I actually bought some more stuff along with it, and I've just checked on Amazon today. It is £166.95. Okay then, to start with, what we have is the usual 1/2 inch chuck. It also is the hog type, but you can put the pen through it. I've actually ordered some of them on Amazon today, believe it or not. Okay then, so we've got this, and as we come back we've got this rubber soft drink here, which once it's been involved in the sunlight or something, it does glow in the dark. Yes, it glows in the dark. Nice plastic shroud on here, which this whole cover here seems to be held on before, probably Allen keys or hex you would say, or maybe they're Turks, I don't know. Anyway, we've got quite a lot of rubber on this one as well, and it actually extends all the way at the back. We come down on it, we've got our customary left and right, which is usual MAKITA. It's very soft, very light. I think if it was to wear a bit, I think you might be able just to miss the actual lock setting in the middle. Just wait till that gone off. And of course we've got the trigger, very nice, and it's very comfortable in my hands. Some of the MAKITAs do have bigger handles than others, believe this or not, but this is a very small handle. Also it's very weighty as well, and very chunky, very butch. It kinda is very top heavy with a 3 amp battery on it, and it wouldn't be that much. It would still be the same if you put a 5 amp battery into it as well, I'm afraid to say, because there's not much difference between the weights of the batteries. Anyway, usual rubber on the handle coming down, and down here we have our mode selector, which we'll have a look at shortly. And as you can see, you have a belt hook, which is left and right, and of course this is just a 3 amp battery that I actually use on it, which is not filled, and I'm not going to, I'm just going to leave it as it stands. And also this impact wrench here also has the nickname the scaffolder's gun, because scaffolders absolutely love this. There is more powerful in the marketplace, yes, there is probably faster in the marketplace, but yet they all prefer this one. That is one of the reasons why I bought that, because they actually recommended it. My daughter actually goes to school with some of the scaffolding guys, and I got talking to them and they said, don't matter, for what it is, it's value for money, and it works about the best anyway. So they actually recommended this to me. Now if you pull the trigger, the light comes on. It should turn it that you can't see it. So if you hold that for a bit, that'll switch off. Now the light will not activate on it. I'll try and bring it in a little bit closer now to have a look at the modes on it. Now at the moment it is in automatic switch off mode, so if the bolt is actually released it actually switches off. So how do we get the modes up on it? Okay then, so is my thumb in the way? No. So if we press it again, I'll turn it a bit, an angle a bit, I think, just make sure this glows. That's soft mode, which is speed 1, which in speed 1 it spins at 1600 RPM. There is speed 2. Speed 2 spins at 2100 RPM. Speed 3 actually spins at, how much was it again? Oh yeah, 2800 RPM. And if we do this here, it actually, now that is it put into stop mode, so when you actually releasing that, it does actually switch off, sorry. So how does it actually work? Right, we're going to have a look at that now. Now, how this works is, going forward it doesn't work, it only works in reverse. It automatically switches off, you see. Now, there is a little bit of an but here. When they put the scaffolding up, and then when they come to take the damn thing back down again, depending if the painters or if they've been using concrete or plaster or whatever has gotten onto the threads, it causes a little bit of binding, and sometimes it doesn't work, it continuously keeps turning. I'll show you what I mean once I get this on, because it is quite a tight fit, and they're not even expensive sockets there either. Wow, that is tight. Yeah, I've got it. So if we spin this backwards by me holding this, it doesn't actually stop. You got to say, yeah, but you're holding that and he's still in hammer action. Okay, so let's see if I can get it. See? See? And I'll try it again. And I'll try it again. You've got to have a trigger quite far in for it to actually do it. But I'll try that again, one more attempt, see if I can get it right. See, it does actually work. But the point I'm making here is, if there's any resistance on the thread, they've said it sometimes still keeps on turning. Although they've gotten used to it and they know about it. So what they're saying is, it doesn't quite work 100% of the time, but it does actually work. So today we're going to have a look at this while I actually disassemble my old scooter. So why am I going to disassemble my old scooter? Well, it's like this. Damn thing's unsafe. There are a lot of things broken on it. There's a problem with the switch that makes it go forward, and the brake. The brake doesn't work right on it, and neither does the throttle, which makes it rather dangerous. The other thing is, if I dismantle the thing and take it to bits, the guys that come round the back streets and clean them up for all the old scrap, they'll take it away because they can weigh it in. But if you've got lots of plastic on it, they've sometimes got a bad habit for smashing the plastic off before they take it away. So that means you're left with the mess. So it's easier if you take off the plastic first. And now, not only that, if it is disassembled, it means nobody can actually use it because it is actually dangerous. Because the bloke at the mobility shop said to me, make sure it is destroyed. But he also wants the brain box off it as well, because he said the brain box is actually worth a little bit of money. So he's offered me £20 for the brain box that's on board it, because he can use that on another machine. So that's why it's getting taken in little bits and pieces. Now, the socket set I'm using is just a cheap rubbish set here. Nothing fancy, nothing particular. If any of them break, then all I'll do is I'll just buy one that's even better still. So it just means I'm not that much bothered, because I'm not a big user nowadays of sockets. Now, this is the thing here we're going to be stripping apart. So what I'm going to do first of all is remove most of the plastic that I can't get off straight away before we actually start dismantling the whole thing. There we go. Now it looks a lot better now that it's been kind of cannibalized. So let's go and see if it works on screws first. Well, yeah, it did. It works on screws as well. Cool. Well, it works very successful on them as well, even though they might have been a bit seized up with rust. Another successful job done. No, something on there. Can't grip it. No, I'll get that. I'll have to get it from underneath. Right, I'll get that in from underneath. Should have done it this way in the first place. That was going to be fun. Never mind, it's broken anyway. There we go, another successful job done. Ah, it's spinning on the damn thing. Looks like the wheel's stuck on. Just one. Let's get the other one. Dead easy. Too easy to come off them. Oh well, I'll let you know what's inside there. Drive mechanism. Can't see you get into that one. Perfect. Man and machine in perfect harmony. Okay, so how does this burst motor work on screws? Now, these screws have been in here for 3 years. Yeah, a bit harder. Well, 2 came, I'll get a D285. No problem at all. Now, I must admit, I was very surprised with the auto stop mode on it. It actually works absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'm going to say this, on some of these bolts I felt as if I never even had the trigger fully depressed, and it had done it. It was actually loose. I've only ever used this twice since then. One was to put some 10mm wood bolts into place to support a garage door. With that job, it did that, no problem at all. Admittedly, we did pilot hole out at 8, so fair enough. And some wheel nuts off a family member's car, and it did identically the same thing there. It just did a few bangs and that was it, the nuts were off. And not only this, when the scaffolding guys are around here early in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know they're there, not because you hear this, because you hear them banging the tubes about. This, you don't really hear it. It's just a quick blip and that's it. It's done. It is that fast. And then when you come to the wood, you've seen it yourself, they were more or less all even. They all stopped roughly at the same spot. That's in 0.2 of a second. And oh yeah, I made a mistake at first. I said it's burst speed. It's 400 newtons of burst power. And believe you me, it is. I mean, I never felt any torques on the thing at all. I mean, it just done. You've seen it yourself as well. So I mean, it is pretty well impressive, I must admit. And it's not that greedy for fuel either. I mean, I started on 3 bars, was it? And I'm still on 3 bars as well. So it's pretty economical, and I can see why people like this. It is such a simple tool, and it works. Yeah, they're better, yeah, they're faster, but this works. This is the one they usually go for all the time. And the other tool that surprised me was this. I thought this was just going to be a pair of junk. You've got to say, well, what's so special about this? What they have is they have a little plunger inside there, you see. And I wasn't too sure whether they were actually going to work, so I thought I'd give them a bit of a field trial as well at the same time. And they actually worked. Only problem is with them that I find is that if they open fully like this, I have a problem getting them back down again because I've got little hands. If you've got big hands, these are pretty good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Milton, channel's called Little Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I keep saying it, I'm always easy going about it. And I'll see you the next time when, I don't know what I'll be doing. I've got a bit of woodwork to fix. I might make a video on that actually.